Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve, this is Everyday Artist, and welcome. And this is Rogue. Yeah. Who loves it when I come over here to film. Okay, so this is my Flosstube number 300 and something, I think. And this is where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also many other things. All has to do with different crafts that I like to do. I haven't been quilting or sewing very recently, and I think, my right leg still hurts. I've been to several doctors now about it, and it was a busy week. My orthopedist decided it was a pinched nerve. Whatever, as long as they make it stop. But I have to go to physical therapy, which is fine. And hopefully things will get better soon. Yeah, I've been through this with my knee a few years ago. Thank you, everyone, for all the happy birthday wishes. I appreciate it. And I had a really nice birthday, so let's jump right in. So I'm going to show you my I could not think of the name of it. I'm so sorry. Temperature chart. It's Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts 2023 temperature cell. And I, as you recall, dropped the piece of paper, and I haven't printed it off. It's still under the couch. I haven't wanted to get on my knees to get it. So this is where we are. Now you'll see last week we went down, then we got hotter, real hot, and then went back down. Well, this week is going to be kind of interesting because, the rain that California's having, we're getting lots of clouds from that. Now, some places in Phoenix, it's rained. Not a lot, but some. And we've gotten smattering. There, where just enough to where your windshield's dirty here at my house. And I can see from the clouds that it is raining all around. But since we had so many days that were so hot, the air was just really hot. And so I think a lot of that is affecting why we have so many rain clouds around us and it doesn't rain. It may be trying to rain. And I think also that was one of the issues with California and the flooding is that the ground gets so dry that the water cannot penetrate into the ground. And so it causes flooding. It does that here too. It does that other places in desert environments. But we have, we have a little bit of rain. And and it can rain here quite a bit, certain times of year. I know that there's a lot of talk about climate. And, while I believe in keeping the earth that God made us, taking care of it, while I believe in that, I don't think we have the power to change weather. I think God has that power. So I don't worry about climate too much. But when you see, weather events, devastating weather events, you go. So I have family in California, so I'm like wondering, and friends, and I'm like, man, I hope their floodwaters are not bad. And I can tell from the pictures that it's relatively dry here and flooding here, and that's kind of typical for the Southwest. I remember where I grew up, there were paved arroyos, and they were naturally made, and they just paved them. But a lot of those arroyos have roads through them, and they have to put giant signs on these that say, if there's any water here, don't drive through, because people drive through. Albuquerque has a dedicated group during those seasons when it gets rainy like that, of rescuing people from the arroyos, because they will still drive through them and their car goes away. And they're like, well, it wasn't raining here in Albuquerque. Yeah, but Albuquerque has mountains. And so, yeah, so it comes down. So I can see that, it's like rivers of water rather than inches of standing water in a lot of places. But still, suffering is suffering. So enough about that. So next week's should be interesting. It was below 100 Saturday, I think, 90 something. So we'll see how it goes. So my whip go for the second half of the month, I'm doing Silent Night, stitching with the Housewives, and I think I have decided to do the bottom. A lot of people agreed with me that, maybe just the top, and I might still leave out Santa, but this is a barn. I know it's not a stable, but this is a barn. And I was like, well, maybe. I mean, there's a cow and a pig and some chickens. So I've pretty much decided to do the whole thing, I think. Probably. Maybe. Anyway, I've worked on it for 2 days out of the 10. And this is where I am right now. I'm putting the trees next to one of the trees next to the church. And I know this is very close here, that I don't have a lot of space here. That's the edge of the pattern. And I have just this much left. I don't normally frame in picture frames. And I don't use a lot of extra fabric. So otherwise I would have had to buy a much bigger piece of fabric. So it'll fit, but just. And so I haven't got a lot of stuff done. I, did the little bushes down here and started on the tree. I have worked on it 2 days, but I have to say it wasn't a long time on those 2 days, because I have been trying to do this cross-stitch camp, Biscornu. This is a phoenix, and yeah, I'm not going to get it done because I don't know. But I will keep plugging away at it. No. Where are you going? The dog decided that she wanted to sleep elsewhere. Fine. I haven't finished this one down here. I had to I was going down here and I realized something was off, and I checked it and I'm like, can I just leave it or fudge it, you know? And then I realized that these feet would touch here. They still have another, like the little claws. I realized, yeah, no, it's really off. So I had to take out some, but I didn't take all of it out. I just stitched over other parts of it because, you know, with another color. And you can kind of tell, like that one right there, you know, it's a little fatter. But I didn't want to, you know, just go all the way back and it'll be all right. So that's where I am. 1 and a partial of 4 phoenixes. And it is already, yeah, it's already pretty late in the month. So probably won't get it done. But it's a fun challenge. And I do want to finish it eventually. So I'll just keep plugging it away at it. And then my last project that I've been working on is my birthday start. Heaven and Earth Designs mini snowman Snuggles. He's so cute. I've never done a full coverage piece before, and I've certainly never done designs pieces. But I have to say I'm enjoying working on this. As you recall, I showed you an itty bitty start. I was lying in bed and went, I started that going the wrong way. So this is the length of, sorry, that's the back. This is the length of the, and this is the width, you know, right here. And I had started it this way. So I had to take it out and start it again. Now, this is how far I've gotten after I realized and restarted. And so I have this square almost done. All that's missing at this square is 4 stitches. One of the problems in the first square is that you have to identify what color that symbol is, find the thread out of 87 threads, find the thread, and decide what order you want to do them in, right? And after that, you have the thread already, you know, because like I said, I'm doing my version of parking, which is not very neat. But I'm also identifying the threads, oddly enough, with a piece of paper with the symbol and the color number written on it, so that if I run out before I'm done with that square, I can easily identify what color I need to sorry, something's tangled here. What color I need to pull out and get started again. So the second square is going much faster. The reason why there's, did I say 3? Might be 4. 4. The reason why is, as I said, when you go to do the next symbol, you got to find the colors. And as I was putting all the colors in Thread Stash, it said that I had this particular color. And I can't find it. Most of the colors before I started this, I got them all and put them all together, in a project bag along with the chart. But one or two, I guess, I missed from pulling from other projects. And this one, I think it was one I thought I bought. So either I dropped it before I got to the cash register, or something happened in there. So I think it was probably something that I had before. I don't know. I think, maybe. I don't know. But I can't find it. And I just decided that I'm going to go and buy a new one. If I eventually come across it, so what, right? It's DMC, it's easy to replace, and yeah. And then that was most of those stitches. And then there's one stitch that has just one square in that square. And it has maybe one in the square I'm working on, something like that. I mean, they're few and far between. And I thought I would do them kind of all at once. I'm not saying I'll travel the thread. Probably won't, but I don't want to have another thread hanging, parked off to the side, getting in the way. I'll just do a few squares and then do it, because I don't, it doesn't have to be completely finished in that square before I move on to another square, because I'm marking out on my working copy which squares I've done. And I don't think it's going to be a problem, because I can't see finding the thread and taking it out and stitching that one stitch, and then some of the squares right around there don't have it at all. So it just seems kind of like I'll just wait until there's like 3 or 4, and then I'll do it. So that's the back. So there I am, right there. And I know I'm not parking things the way other people park them, the way they're supposed to be parked or whatever. I don't care. What I'm doing is working for me. So, mini snowman Snuggles, which I will just call Snuggles. Anyway, this is a very big piece of fabric, and my project bags are large, and I was planning to just make myself a project bag to put everything in. But I didn't have one that I had made that I wanted to use. I have 2 of my own that I have, but they have other projects on them. And so I decided to make one. And then my aunt, for my birthday, sent me a gift card. It was a Visa gift card. And I needed to go to the attic to pick up a pattern that I ordered. And I said, So I got, because I wanted to spend the whole thing. I hate having part of a gift card like that, because you have to know exactly how much it is, or the merchant has trouble using it. So I got this. Yes, I put everything in there already. But I got this at the attic on Friday. Which I loved putting all that in. So I didn't know. See, they called me to go pick up the pattern, but because of my leg hurting and all that, because it's a long way, I didn't want to drive that far. so I decided to go get it on this Friday. I didn't know that summer school was going on. So when we were there, it was it was like standing room only. It was so busy, and I mean, there's always a few people in there, but it was really, really busy. And I saw a lot of floss tubers I've seen on. I didn't stop and talk to them because they were in the middle of conversations, and I wasn't participating in that particular thing, so I didn't stop and talk to any of them. But you know, Brenda from Brenda and the Serial Starter, and Sherry, the Colorado cross stitcher, who does cross stitch camp, all of that. And another reason why I didn't bother saying anything to anybody, saying hi to anybody, was because having driven there and walking around, I was like, my leg really hurts and I want to get off of it. So that was pretty much all I could concentrate on. So this is the pattern that I purchased, that I had ordered. Fresh Lemonade. It came out in February, I think, for I don't remember what it's called, when everybody puts out their patterns. I had wanted another lemon pattern because I wanted to have something to go with my lemon cat. So this is actually not very big. It's the stitch count is only 63 by 43, and then they give you the pattern for the 25 cents, which I think is great. So this is what I ordered after looking at many, and I kind of want to do this soon, maybe in September. But I had also been watching Hands-On Designs Flosstube. And she showed a berry. Now, I don't watch her Flosstube every month when it comes out. Not every month. Whenever she puts them. I don't necessarily watch it. And apparently she had started this berry basket series. And the first one was strawberry and the second one was blueberry. And that's what she was showing, the blueberry berry. And I really liked it. I even looked it up on her website just to see, you know. And when I was there at the attic, they had the strawberry. Isn't it cute? And she has instructions on her, she has instructions for making this, which would be the same for all of them. And I think that's really adorable too. So, the instructions aren't in here, but she does have them. And so I purchased that. So that was my, that's more than what my gift card was. And my sister, for my birthday, gave me these. Hands-On Design. I think I might have this one already. I'm not sure. And then Flamingo Bells and Flamingo. So, you guys know how much I love flamingos. So that was one of my birthday gifts. And that is all. The patterns that people got are in the mail on the way to you guys. And I hope you get them soon. If you don't, I have tracking numbers to give you. The person who won the bird never contacted me. And I'm just going to hang on to it for a little bit rather than giving it away right now for a couple of reasons. But if I have this already. I may give them both away later. I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm doing. Because part of me was like, well, what am I going to do if I have two of them? I don't know. So that's everything this week. Thank you guys for listening. I do want to give away the bird pattern, and so it may be a week or two. We'll see. And I'll see you all next week. And happy stitching. Bye.